All right. E4. And yeah, against the French, I've been going for the win hour. Knight D2 is perfectly fine, but I guess this is the most kind of aggressive option available. Let's see, what kind of position do we want to go for? I mean, I guess we could play like the main line for now. Try to see how this goes. Queen A5. Guess bishop D2. Okay. Well, he's playing this variation. I guess this is the one where you play either queen A4 or bishop to A4. This pawn is kind of weak. This position, black usually castles this way, so it's actually surprisingly not that easy to attack in. So I'll try to bug the G7 pawn. King F8. Definitely makes sense. Okay, might have to go rook A2 at some point. It goes 97. Might put the knight on at H5, but bishop E2 is coming. Got to develop at some point, so I'm just gonna play this one. Thinking about playing A4 just to stop queen A4, but it also kind of gives move B5 to black. Not sure we want to do that. Might just start with the H pawn. Okay, it goes here. Of course, H5 is going to make a lot of sense. Just to take, like, I've already got a threat here that he needs to react to. G6 seemed a little unnecessary. I mean, I've got this dark square bishop. Light square pawns everywhere. And light square bishop. Not really the combination you want to have as black. Rook G8 takes. You have to take with the H pawn. My rook gets involved there. Rook H7. Yeah, he does go for it. Quite risky, though. Okay, well, I am going to take because I think I want to open things up here. Queen here, he might have that queen move. I mean, it's it's not like an unbelievable move, but it does exist. I'll put the rook down there. He just goes B5. It's time for this. I mean, I basically want to play G4. I think that's the really key move. Also queen F6. Yeah, he does play this. There's really not much I can do about it, but the good thing for me is I think I can keep attacking pretty nicely even without the queens. So I think I'm just gonna go like this. Let's kick the knight away. Dark squares should be really uncomfortable. And I also love the move A4. Bishop could swing back around that way. Also gets my rook involved. Okay, this knight needs to do something. It's not doing enough. Let's do this. Rook g7 would be a big mistake. Something like bishop here. I know it's tempting to play knight there, but it doesn't actually do that much. It goes there. Let's stop that. And now the knight comes to g5 with a threat. So I assume he's going to move the king and the rook. But we're going to move our king, our rook, try to invade like that. Even though bishop h6 might have been a little more forcing. Okay, knight goes back to d8. Let's bring the king up. Knight h7 is mate, so I mean, there's no way black should be able to survive here. Ugh. Ow. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what their rating is. You always feel a little bit good doing that to people who play the French, especially this variation. I'll continue to rock the e4. Two knights. Okay, bishop g4. I like going h3 here. A lot of pieces may get traded, however. So let's start with this one. Takes, yeah, taking back is completely fine, but thinking about taking here, it is, yeah, it's kind of the, it is the move you're supposed to do. Forces this. But I only have the bishop pair left, like there's no knights on the board, so. Could be an annoying position. E5 really does not look like the right move. Almost always want to go E6 and maybe F5 or just leave the pawn there, but E5 is definitely wrong. Yeah, I've got really good control of the light squares. I've got a light squared bishop. So that one is probably not a good move. I'm going to go here. Queen b3 is like kind of an idea. Yeah, I mean, I think queen b3 is actually very strong here. Queen b3 knight there though. Bishop takes. Queen c4. e5. Queen takes c5. Yeah, it is possible. I think though that this may liquidate quite a bit, so I'm just gonna play a pawn move, d3. I think we'll get a little bit more of what we're looking for, which is, you know, an attacking middle game. But yeah, queen b3 looked like it won something there. I'd rather see if I can show some attacking concepts here in the middle game with the bishop pair. Okay, bishop to c5. Now, bishop g5, I figured he just has bishop to e7, so it's actually not really like too impressive of a move. But after bishop c5, if you go back to e7, I think I'm kind of happy to see that. And it's the kind of threat that can only really be defended by knight d7. So I have a couple good options with this bishop. I don't want to trade it. That's the first thing, even though this actually is quite strong as well. I think I'll actually do this. And I think we'll see this. We might see knight d7 because he just put the bishop there, so it feels kind of bad to do this. Yeah, and if queen h5, I mean, this is no longer a checkmate. So now I figure we just take this bishop and go back. Bishop e3 at some point will be hit by knight d5. So I don't see any reason to put it on e3 just yet. If a5, I'll play a4. I want my bishop to stay here. This pawn is hit, so he can't exactly long castle here. I'm gonna go a4. Not only does it make him not want to castle this way, but if he plays a5, then he really can't castle because that pawn will be hanging a lot. And he's obviously not going to castle this way, so... Alright. Let's castle. He's almost for sure going to castle, and then we'll get our attacking position we're looking for. a5, a6 will be probably a nice idea, and I think I'm going to do it. He goes h5. Seems to threaten just about nothing. Okay, a5. It has the nice idea to use a square there. Rook on an open file can never be a mistake. Goes h4. I still don't really know what he's intending there. d4 to me looks I mean, basically he's leaving his king in the middle. I just put my rook there. d4 is a move that I'm just gonna play without any thought here, because there's no way that he can do what he's doing. He almost needs to castle now and just kind of admit maybe that he's ready to toss a pawn. He takes. I think that's immediately losing. I'm just going to take here, and he should lose a piece, if not more. But this is his own fault. Like, I castled. He was just kind of, for some reason, not castling. I really don't understand. h5, h4, like, what did he accomplish here? Does he think he's attacking? Like, one pawn that isn't even, like, going to go there just doesn't threaten me at all. Yeah, now it's just lost. Going to lose at minimum a bishop. Gotta be long castle here. I feel like it's the only move to continue the game. Okay, he could have castled. That's a little bit odd. Rook e7 or bishop. It all looks pretty good. I'll take with a check. doesn't seem to care. I'll first give this check because I want him to go back. And if he plays here, he's going to lose his queen. Okay, he goes up the board. At the very least, I'll take his rook here. But remember, he's on the attack here, guys. We have to watch out. So I always find it remarkable, you know. People are so interested in playing on. And then when I'm like, okay, great, perfect, let's play on. This is fun. Like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Whoa, 1829. All right, we're playing up here. Okay, we haven't had too many people play c4. I'm gonna play e5. It looks aggressive. Okay. So, I mean, we can go take this pawn back. There's also this move, which certainly looks reasonable. But I think I might choose a more aggressive option where I'm not even really looking to win this pawn back. Queen b3. Very aggressive. I suppose I'm going to castle here, but definitely dicey. I'm quite scared of this, I have to say. e6. Holy cow. e6. This is a dangerous move. Bishop takes e6. I suppose knight e5. Pawn takes, drops the bishop. And queen takes, I guess, knight g5. Complete animal. What the? Played immediately. I had that one just ready to go. On deck. I mean, there's a reason why you shouldn't really castle long. As I even mentioned, like, you're probably in trouble based on that, but I didn't think it would be that quick. I thought more like a long term, like, I might be struggling in this game because of it. No, I'm struggling next move because of it. All right, well, I mean, you forced my hand, dude. I gotta take. All right, I'm all in. I'm here. I'm vulnerable. I think this is forced. Damn. Maybe even you can start with the bishop. I think it might be possible. Yeah, I mean, knight takes c6 is always going to be a good move. Maybe you could have played this, but it doesn't really matter because you can do it next turn. So yeah, let's take. I mean, we dreamed of attacking. It was snuffed out immediately. E6. Crazy. We played it immediately as well. It's a very strong move. So now I'm in, like, I'm just trying to survive here. I'll be happy to, you know, live to fight another day. Holy. I think I gotta sprint it. I think I gotta sprint it. Oh my goodness. Okay, here. Sis, see if we could just run away. Holy, this looks bad. Man, E6 was a real knockout move. We still have to survive a whole attack. We didn't even like trade the queen. We're not like down a pawn or down a piece with the queens off the board. No. Our king's still on the run. The queens are still here. This is... Yeah, I can't even take this. I can't take this or this. B4 is another serious move. Oh man. B4 hurts. What's next here? Rook D1? I don't know. I mean, Queen B5. I guess he wants to play Queen A7. Jesus. Queen A7, I mean, like, we're just getting cooked here. I'll just repeat. I feel that I need the tempo rather than defending it like this, because then he's just going to do his next move. So I feel like I have to repeat here. Obviously, he's not going to. Rook D1. Okay. I guess this is simple. I was gonna say knight B3. At least we can take. He immediately activates his rook. That hurts. Maybe knight C3? I'm just trying to hold on here. Yeah. We're getting eaten alive. Ouch. Okay. I feel like we did the best we could, and we're just still down a pawn. Take it, though. Mistake. We like to see those. Okay? An insane move. Jeez. Jeez. Okay, Sicilian. We got a state aggro. You know, every time I've played this, we're getting to the point where I would expect something different. And as I say that, we get it. But I was going to say, up till now, everyone's actually taken on c3, which I find interesting. Okay, how are we going to get something going against knight there? Like, yes, we have to go here. It's not really what I want, though. I really want him to take. I don't think he's gonna do it. Knight f6 can't be a good move. I think knight f6 is the main move. I don't think we want to take that. Which means I'm probably taking this. I have to watch out for like knight f3, bishop g4, and then e6. It's just such a solid, easy position. Don't want to hand him over. Super easy game to play. Yeah, so I'm going to delay this. I know that he wants to go there. So yeah, I'm going to make him at least play bishop to f5. Okay, I'm expecting him to go there. It's like this. I think we can go a bit aggressive. Like if he goes here, we can go maybe knight there and f4 with bishop e3 coming. Try to play a little aggro. Knight takes d4 and bishop c5 is a nice trick to watch out for black, but maybe he'll prepare it with rook c8. Otherwise, I think we should be fine. Yeah, I'll just go right for it. See if he wants to take. I'm happy to get either one of these bishops, honestly. Yeah, we'll have to watch out for this trick. Okay, he's still not threatening it. In here, we can't do something like that though, so I think we have to move this rook or go bishop c2. But something tells me I might want to leave that bishop there, at least for the moment. f6 happens so quick here. It's really tough to deal with. go all the way back. I feel like I want the rook there so that maybe later on my other rook can take. Still, this rook c8 knight d4 is just like always on my mind. Yeah, he's basically preparing it. So let's go bishop e3 so that it doesn't happen. Yeah, this is much less scary for me because, I mean, I have bishop f5 coming, queen d3, queen h5, all these good kinds of moves. I know he has knight c4, but okay. You see, he was bothered by that. That's what we like to see. Because this move right here, that might cost him. That might be too much. Let's go queen f3. We want to go bishop h6. Yeah, obviously, he can't move this, so he's going to take a pawn. Knight d2 is covered, which is really nice. So yeah, I assume he'll take here. Yep. And yeah, after we take, he's got to... I guess he doesn't have to take back with the rook. I take that back. He could take with the bishop. Okay, let's take the material. Probably need to put this bishop back so that these pieces aren't lined up. If he brings a knight to c4, rook d1 is great. It defends my d-pawn and stops knight d2. If he brings this knight here, I don't exactly have the move, but yeah. Let's guard that. This knight wants to drop back to e2 or take on d5, depending on the variation. But yeah, knight e2 is safe. Guards this pawn, gets the heck away from the c-file. And I'm not really doing anything with this. So yeah, I feel like knight e2 is important. Even king h1 will be a useful move. This diagonal really bothers me. But I'm on material here. That's the good sign. It's another good good move. Crafty, annoying, threatening. He's got 2 threats here, 2 knight forks. So I think we got to take. If knight takes to renew those threats, then actually knight takes d5, and I think he's in big trouble. So yeah, he got too tempted by renewing the threats when really you should probably just stay solid with rook takes. But yeah, now knight takes. I have threats, and I think we're just better. Okay. Honestly, almost want to do this. Yeah, let's just keep it solid here. Knight e3, offer a trade. His knight bothers me, but the bishop is easy to play against. Is queen f6 a bad move? Yes. Yeah, queen f6 would be, I think, a bad one. Okay, I'm gonna play the move that my body's been telling me to play for a long time. That's actually smart by him. I'm actually gonna admit my mistake and just go back. Don't wanna let him sit on that square. But I do want to play d5. Okay. I think that was bad. I don't know. I would have played maybe queen d5 if I were him. Yeah, e6. Should definitely be impressive if he survives this. apprehensive, of course, about moving the rook because of back rank mate, but we are going to win a piece here, and then maybe I can even take time to play h3 or something. Seems like that almost like saves him, but yeah, and not well, I guess rook takes, so there's no mate because it's checked. So I was gonna say not rook takes to blunder, but should be fine. h3 because he might play h4, and I don't really want to deal with don't really want to deal with an h3 takes g2 check or something later on. Keep it simple. That was a good fight. That was a good yeah, this knight f6 is a move against the Mora, and it just means that you kind of have to play this way. So I did this, which is not a great move, but at least he played d5, and yeah, we still got a position here. Knight g3 and f4, f5. Bob is coming. Thanks for the 25 months, Bob. And Thunderdump69, 420. Resubbing with Prime for 16 months. Thanks to Big Thunder. All right, one more game. For 1750. We're familiar with this guy, aren't we? All right. E4. E5. Yes. A big snipe. It's okay, we'll just keep doing what we've been doing. Why not, right? We'll do our scotch and we'll go knight b3 and we'll go knight c3. Okay, a5. Kind of a weird move. Trying to play for what exactly? a4. Yeah, I guess knight a4 seems a little bit weird. Let's reroute this knight again. a5, yes, I agree. It's actually very annoying for my my piece there, but if we can get the knight here, I feel like I'm quite happy with that. Queen f6. It's kind of annoying because when you when the viewers play you, it's like they know your whole speed run. So I'm being taken advantage of here. Queen f3 is probably a very fine move here. I think we have to play it. Yeah, I don't think I want to play a bad move like knight f3 just to keep the queens on. Like the knight f3 is pretty bad. But I think queen f3 with knight d5, knight c4 to follow is still good. e6. Try to get my hands on something here. Kind of encouraging the move queen takes queen, of course. Yeah, I don't know. Knight d4 seemed to make sense to me. Obviously, we would have traded, but essentially, like, he could have done this so that I would trade with him and develop his piece, but now I'm doing this so he trades with me and develops my piece. So I agree. It was weird that he didn't want to do this exact scenario to me. We can do G takes on a queen trade here, yeah. Ooh, queen back. Never a good sign. I mean, knight c4 looks tempting, but then the bishop can just move. So I think we do want to take this while we have the opportunity. Yeah, bishop c4 looks tempting, but black's just gonna bring the bishop out themselves, so let's target this pawn. Bishop g5 would have also been a pretty good move, I think. We can already win a pawn here. Yeah, I mean, knight d6 wins a pawn. But if you want to, like, keep the queen on and do something, I guess this is the one we'd go with. I feel like this is our next move, because assuming he wants to go there, okay, he plays d5. Well, we'll start with the check and then consider things after, because, yeah, always want to, like, stop him from castling. I thought castling was almost the only move that black should consider there. Now, it's like, it's like a worse version. Okay, so takes, there's knight b4 coming. I feel like I kind of want to go here almost. Let's go here. Doesn't look like the best move, but does look like a way that we can maybe get castled this way. So yeah, let's let that happen. Move the queen. This move looks reasonable. So does this, though. But it also gives me g4, which is, I think, the type of move that we're interested in. Meanwhile, black's king's not exactly happy. Here, step back. A3 looks useful as well. I think at this point we may as well take. Go bishop here. Where's the king gonna go? Probably f6, king f7 kind of looks best. Okay. Guess that was a threat. His knights look a little bit clumsy. This is one of those ones where, like, not exactly sure, but I mean, it is a 4, right? It's one of the weirdest forks, but it is a fork. Technically. Ugh. Not worth it. Alright. No time for that. GG. More C4. Alright, I'll play this. I at least learned from that Queen B3 game, remember? Wait a minute. Takes with the pawn. He's so happy to do that. At least he knows not to take my bishop, but this is terrible. We don't want to trade queens, but the best move is probably knight here, knowing that this trade is really bad. So I'm not really going to compromise my position that much. Still, this is a really bad spot for him. Yeah, so he's not going to take it. That makes sense. Guess we go after this pawn. A3, I expect, but no, he just goes in with the knight. Okay, let's grab that. Probably take on E5 here. He might castle long, and we can castle short there. D4, we can even go like that. Yeah, he goes here. We really should trade, let's say, for being completely objective. But we'll definitely... This is a moment where I'm not compromising my position by keeping the queen on, so I certainly will. And consider long castling here. It's definitely a risky proposition, but that's what the energy is. I feel like if knight h5, I'll just play f5. Knight d3 might keep the pieces on like this, or even knight g4. suppose we do have a threat there. Knight's not great on this square, but at least we're fulfilling our dream of getting the pawns rolling. I think he wants to drop his bishop back. I think I'll do the same. Kind of letting this move happen, which is strange to me. It is just a free pawn. Unless... I'm missing something here. We venturing into the abyss. I mean, it's a queen trade for a free pawn. I'll take that. Bishop h5. We can take this. I don't really mind that exchange. Okay, we're up some pawns here, I think. I'm winning this race, I think. Okay. Don't want to do that. This threatens the pawn here. Knight g4 holds the pawn, but then you can't really move anything. Everything is stuck. Knight f8, maybe we... Oh, okay. Squares are taken. So is that one, actually. GG. Vacay time. Oh. Okay, obviously taking here is a... I mean, g5 shouldn't really hold up too well. I never really like taking with the rook here if I don't have to. Not only does it allow the queen to make a threat, but I can take this pawn back at any point. I don't think there's any rush. Let's just get the pieces out. Whoa. Okay. Play this with the hope of playing knight there. I assume he's going to play this, but still, I have no problems with it. I want to meet c5 with c3, and this knight I think will do really well on h5. And Knight h5 hurts, actually. Like, he's not going to castle. There's no way. Knight there. Okay. We're threatening bishop takes. Bishop takes also wins us this pawn back. But as I said, I'm not in, like, a big rush to get it. That pawn should be there for the taking for me. Pretty much at any point. Wow. King over. I am. Okay, just gonna be sturdy here. Safe, solid, secure. Okay, I think it's getting to be time for me to take that. I think so. With rook takes h4 to follow. The h6 pawn, I think he's dead next turn. I'm just gonna take this. King here is just barely surviving, but bishop g5 I think is a good one. Trying to play bishop here and then queen g5. Kind of important. I mean, yeah, I guess we could do it with chess. Something satisfying about queen f8, king e2, queen h6, rook h1, but queen h5, knight g5 would be sufficient. GG. That wasn't really close, but I will say a lot of times after this, like, I think people are eager to recapture this. It's like, no, this pawn is dead. Like, there's no way black can ever hang on to it. So instead I prioritize just developing. Whenever I'm in this position, by the way, my favorite thing to do is to retreat the knight, so that, because let's say I didn't play this move. Let's say I played this. I'm not saying black has a good position, but a lot of people don't react very well to a move like this. They're always scared to take it, so they never do. And then they like maybe go like this to defend, and then they lose their piece. Just like a sample way for you to completely ruin your game. Okay, we're against a fellow Canadian. E4, knight f3, going with my scotch. Oh, first time I've seen this. This is interesting because, I mean, it's almost asking to be played. I'm gonna go knight. I'm sticking with normal scotchness. Very basic stuff. Bishop e2. This is the I'm castling this way, bro moment. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Probably, well, I'm definitely considering g4 next. But I think it needs a little preparation. Meaning like rook g1 type of preparation. don't really want to play this because when I go g4, g5, I don't want him to have knight h5, so. So maybe we take here. If the bishop takes, I'll defend this pawn with bishop f3, but then my plan will just be to push. If he takes with the pawn, I think e5 is... I think e5 hurts. At least it looks very good. Okay, this is a threat, so needs an answer. Bishop f5, queen f4, damn near winning, but I guess you hang on with this move. Yeah, let's just give it a try. Looks like a bit of fun. G4. I just want the G file as soon as possible. I think there will be some big threats there. And credit to my opponent, who I think understood that as well. Knight d5. I'll permit knight d5. And maybe I'll do something like this. This will be useful in some lines. Bishop f6 can be a move, but yeah, bishop here and queen h4 I kind of like. Meanwhile, this bishop's covering this, so I don't even feel that threatened here. And this pawn is last thing I'm thinking about. We have attacking moves incoming. Don't look like the best move. Has to go here, we go here, he has to go here. It's like barely hanging on, if that. So here, I'm probably gonna go rook d3 to try to go over to h3. This pawn is covered, which is really helpful. So he might go g6 here, rook h3, queen e2, but then even bishop d3, like the coordination is unbelievable in our position. And any kind of f6, like we're very happy to open things up. This looks like a tough position to defend. Bishop g7 and queen e5 is also an idea. I mean, yeah, just we take. Bishop takes. I think we just want to go here. The nice thing is bishop takes, queen takes threatens checkmate. So it's kind of hard to react to for him. If he wins that bishop, obviously he gets mated, so. There's no checks. And anything here gets mated. And the queen is hit. GG. It was a nice aggressive game there. Okay. E4, D5. Another C4? It's been popular. I don't know if this is, like, I don't know if it's actually worked out well for us, this opening, but... Okay, so here's something interesting. I mean, queen takes is obviously a move, but I think I'm going to go here. Crazy to trade queens, but... Ooh, especially after that move, I think we're going to get some... We're going to get a nice attack here. Oof. If he defends this, boy, I'll be impressed. I will be impressed. Check. I've got 2 knights ready to jump into these squares. Almost impossible to defend. So he can't really defend it. He's just on the run. But this looks pretty nasty. Knight g4, king g3. I guess there's not like an immediate game over move. Knight c2 looks tremendous, but let's keep the aggressive energy going with g5. I figured he might do this, but I don't know. Pawn takes. Surely there's something here. I think it makes more sense to start with this one. Jesus. I've got every single piece out. What the hell? How can this be playable for Buddy? It's insane. Like, what? G4. Should definitely be winning some material here. I feel like bishop here is actually kind of an interesting way to do it. Should win almost a full rook there. This looks tempting, but takes king e2, and then my rook is hanging. I feel like just doing this. Okay. Probably just take the material at this point. This knight is also hanging after that, so time to take. I mean, our bishop's in the corner. There's 91 here. Pretty successful position thus far. Yeah, I think takes and yeah, just bring the rook in. Trade this knight and call it a day. It's pinned to the rook, so see where he puts the king. Definitely will be impressed by one of those moves, considering how blunder prone the position was. Let's go here. He's pretty much stuck here. I kind of thought he would go here and just walk into some knight e2. Well, let's get a check in. I think I'll just play king here to make sure nothing weird goes on there. But yeah, he's still pinned here, so I don't really know what he's expecting from this position. Maybe we can get a nice mate with the pawn here. It's kind of cute. We can pick like a mate with the knight. Like we can pick how we want to mate here. We want to mate with the pawn? We got this. We want to mate with a pawn in a different way? We got this. You know, it's really up to us. We want to mate with the pawn or mate with the knight. We want to mate with the pawn and then the rook. It's really up to us. We make the decisions here. GG. And that's 1800. Very nice, very nice. Your attacking chess will improve if you follow this series and learn the basics first. I promise you. Subscribe to chessbrah on YouTube if you're not subscribed already, and click that bell to turn on post notifications so you never miss another upload.